A simple model of social evolution.
What is going on?
I've been fascinated and horrified by the consistent, irrational, destructive behaviors so rampant in humanity. That they appeared throughout history and over the globe seemed to require that they were supported by instincts. The only instincts we have were those which had survival benefits for our ancestors. As I speculated on how these irrational behaviors could have survival benefits, a pattern of 8 stages of social evolution emerged. The true sources of the traumatic chaos humans experience in modern life and in history are revealed by a careful examination of the evolution of human social behavior. Those sources are the exclusive, conforming behaviors that were once essential to the survival of our ancient ancestors. Now they are toxic to an inclusive, diverse society. Our populace is a morass of millions of years of social evolution. We have to understand that morass to manage it and heal it. Primary stages of social evolution. Individual, pre-social. Solitary, self-serving adults with no sustained cooperation. Family, pairs of cooperating adults. Tribe, groups of cooperating families. Nation, groups of cooperating tribes. Globe, all nations cooperating. Life, humanity respecting all life. Planet, humanity respecting the planet and all its resources. Universe, humanity respecting the universe and all its resources. After 10 years of experimenting, I found this very simple model that seems to provide a useful map of human social evolution and explanations for irrationality. It is solely based on the extent of sustained cooperation between adults as opposed to lethal competition. It provides first-order explanations for the craziness humanity has displayed throughout the globe and history. Much of life on Earth exists in lethal competition. This is the pre-social stage where there is no sustained cooperation between any adults. I call this the individual stage, where everyone is in lethal competition with everyone else. The first social stage arises with a sustained cooperation between 2 adults, which I call the family stage. Individual families are in lethal competition with everyone else. When a group of unrelated families sustain cooperation with each other, they are in the tribe stage. Individual tribes are in lethal competition with everyone else. When a group of tribes sustain cooperation with each other, they are in the nation stage. Nations compete with each other economically. When all the nations sustain cooperation with each other, they are in the globe stage. When humanity sustains cooperation with all life on the planet, they are in the life stage. When humanity sustains cooperation with all the resources of the planet, they have reached the planet stage. Should humanity have the opportunity to expand into the universe, their continued cooperation with resources would reach the universe stage. Each stage actually contains a composite of all the stages. The dominant commitment of the society defines the stage. A few surprises from the model. As I explored human social behavior using this model, I came across more than 100 insights that surprised me. Here are a few favorites. Please note that these insights are discussed in 1 or more chapters in my website, natureofhuman.info. Conservatives prefer the culture of the first 3 stages, while progressives prefer the last 5. Conservatives prefer individual independence, competition, tradition, and conformity. Progressives prefer inclusion, cooperation, innovation, and diversity. The conflicts are severe. 4 billion-year-old DNA. Our DNA has been alive since the first cell reproduced. Nature's first law: keep doing what you're doing until it kills you. Nature's way to achieve diversity and stability is to require consistency among individuals and species. The law also validates variations in behavior. The priority of survival imperatives in nature's great experiment, highest to lowest: life, species, tribe, family, individual. Extension of cooperation. The evolution of human societies fits very neatly with the extent of sustained cooperation being the defining variable. First mother. All primary social behaviors began in the individual stage with the first parenting mother. Importance of tradition and tectonic shift to progress. Tradition preserves the life experience of ancestors. The transition from tribes to nations is based on moving from instinct to consciousness. Tradition breeding out curiosity, intellect, and consequences. Traditions ignore consequences and suppress innovation. Intellect was bred out and intelligence was bred in for millions of years. Borgs and Sorgs. There are a host of powerful analogies matching the behavior of social organisms with biological organisms. Analogy between child and social development. Conscious societies start with the nation stage and require a mature mind. Prior stage behaviors only require a child mind. Survival's declining influence. Our instincts are bred into our ancestors in balance with constant competition for survival. As they overcame threats to survival, those strong instincts led to overreactions. Oral traditions as libraries, the power of a rumor. After language and before writing, all retained knowledge had to be stored and maintained verbally. Conformity enforced traditions. What was said was authority if repeated by others. People will believe anything and do anything. The instincts bred in by the first mother led to blindly following her lead. The instincts of conviction and bigotry defined the tribe stage and were reinforced by certainty, conformity, identity, multiple survival instincts, diversity among tribes, xenophobia, fear of change, faith in leadership, and devotion to tradition. What can be done? From the first mother on, our behavior and our instincts have been in conflict. The first mother's impact was to introduce lethally competitive instincts to cooperative behavior. Millions of years later, we have acquired many cooperative instincts, which are in conflict with our more ancient competitive instincts. It takes training in childhood as well as reinforcement, if not enforcement, in adulthood to sustain peaceful cooperative behavior. This is not new. We have all been trained in childhood by our parents to control our rage, our anger, our bodily functions, and our cultural social functionality. In teaching us a language, we are taught a perspective on the universe at large. In teaching us our family tradition, we are past the successful life experience of our ancestors. All of that supports all stages of societies. All of that can be accomplished with a child's mind, black or white thinking, absolutes. In order to integrate multiple hostile tribal cultures into a cohesive, peaceful, and progressive nation, we have to extend that childhood training to establish the path to an adult mind and responsibility, black and white thinking, a balance between conflicting perspectives. We have to follow that path to maturity as individuals, to embrace the diversity of a nation stage society. We have to grow up to be a nation, and that takes parenting, education, and cultural reinforcement. Nature of Human presents A Simple Model for Social Evolution, 6/8/25, by Parker Ashurst, PhD. Available online at natureofhuman.info. Contents copyright 2025 by Parker Ashurst, PhD. All rights reserved.